Fires to the near side, and here's Carson. Caught! Great catch by Carson down at the 27-yard line. And boy, that was a thread the needle type. Carson between two defenders, and that one came right in there. He took a big lick but hung on to the football. It's 1st and 10 Lebanon at the Riverdale 27.
What a throw by the junior quarterback as he almost had to drop that thing down into the well. Throws it with just the right amount of touch. Terry, nice pickup on the play.
Perfect touch by Pitt, the quarterback. Good for 17 and 11 first down.
All right, Lebanon with C back in at the wide receiver. Zachary is in the slot. Pitt going to hand it off quick to Griffin up the middle. He makes the 25 and no more, and Griffin is really hit at the 25 and getting up awfully slow. I think he was knocked down on the ball, may have lost his breath there. And Griffin shaking up is coming out. Reeves, the fullback, will go in. And boy, Riverdale is doing such a good job cutting off our running game.
Well, they're just keying on those backs, and every time they get any kind of look of a run, they just collapse inside.
Hankins split to the left side. Zachary again in a slot to the left on the wide side of the field. Lebanon moving from your left to right. Pitt with a two-step drop wants to throw. Throws for Hankins, and Hankins couldn't get it. And Hankins may have got away with a little push off there. I thought he'd give that defensive back a little shove.
Well, Hankins getting upfield in a hurry against double coverage. Lebanon trying to hit him on the corner route, and two D-backs back there. He gets turned around reaching for the football. Terry, what about Pitt throwing the ball so far tonight?
Tommy Pitt's put it up 18 times. He's completed 10. He's 10 of 18 for 111 yards.
Okay, Ron C. left double wideouts to the near side is Gannon and Tressler. Pitt had it batted down, and it will go as a pass incompletion. A big lineman got up a hand and knocked it down. They wanted to hit Ron C. coming on a slant back into the middle of the field. Could have been a pretty good gainer, but that big lineman got a hand on it and just swatted it right up in the air.
We've got position on that play. We've got a situation where Ron and Hankins and Carson, for that matter, taller than the secondary guys. When we try to hit them, they are getting good penetration on the quarterback, and Damon's having to throw around people.
All right. Lebanon looking now at a 4th and 8 at the Riverdale 25. 3 receivers out. The pass is complete to Hankins, and the lateral is bad way back to the 30-yard line, and Griffin will get on it. They wanted to throw it out to Hankins and have him lateral to Griffin, which was a good idea, but Hankins, after making the catch, was hit, and the pitch was poor, and Griffin had to go back and get it. So Lebanon with a loss on the play, and the ball will go over to Riverdale at the Lebanon 31.
Terry, how you doing the stats on that play?
Tommy, that's a completed pass. Hankins gets a reception, a lateral, what would have been a lateral to Griffin. He doesn't get a reception, but he does get the minus yards from the 22 all the way up to the 31.
Coming to the near side is Reggie Smith as Riverdale takes over. To the wide side is Maloney. Hand off to the big fullback, and he is smashed. And making that hit is Ryan Halls, and Halls put a good one on Martin, the big fullback. Martin has taken a licking here tonight. He's picked up his yardage, but he has really taken some big hits from this Blue Devil squad.
Big Ryan Halls put the shot on him, and Terry, the fullbacks for Riverdale have gotten most of the carries tonight.
They seem to be alternating between Martin and Tig. Tig carried the ball 5 times, Martin 6. Martin with 29, Tig with 16 yards.
Coming to the near side again is Reggie Smith. And they hand it to Ron Smith, and he is in trouble way behind the line. Carson is going to get him way back at the Lebanon 25-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 7 yards on the play by Riverdale, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 now for the Warriors.
That was their Redskins play. They fake the fullback one way, tailback takes the counter step, comes with a pulling guard, but Elliott Carson got the quick pressure on the Riverdale back and backs them up, Terry Stafford. Negative yardage on the play.
Tommy, that was good for -7 as Smith gets tackled in the backfield, setting up what looks like the 3rd and about 16.
Maloney going out of the ball game now, and going out wide to the right is Delaney Solomon, who's going to get another chance. And another flag, and Riverdale may have again taken too much time. Let's see, they do. So another big break for Lebanon there. Instead of 3rd and 17, That's going to make it about a 3rd and 22 from the 20-yard line, or just inside their own 20-yard line. They have to go to the to their own 41 for the first down.
I'll tell you what, we had a mismatch out on the corner. They had that quick Delaney Solomon as a split receiver and had Leyhew out there in single coverage. Leyhew just coming off knee surgery. Now they invert it, and they've got Tressler back there with him.
Okay, here's Locke. A little mix-up in the backfield. Locke going to have to keep it. Drags through the middle, and Carson got a hand on a jersey and saves some big yardage. He crosses the 25 out to the 29-yard line. And Locke almost pulled himself free out of his jersey, and they'll have to punt the football away, and the Blue Devils will get it again, and again should be in decent field position.
Tell you what, Clyde, this kid is so explosive. If you don't wrap him up, he's going to go for a long way. Carson had him by a fingernail, it looked like, and was able to pull him down by the jersey.
Barely. Here's the snap, a good one, and the kick. A beautiful kick. Tressler trying to catch up to it, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at the 31-yard line of Lebanon. So the Blue Devils going to have decent field position, and that kick kind of got up there in the wind and didn't do like it acted like it wanted to. It looked like a boomer, but then all of a sudden it didn't do much and come to the side and kicks out of bounds.
Terry, what about that punt?
Kick by Miller, rose out of bounds at the Lebanon 31. Good for 39 yards, and that's where Lebanon to take over at their own 31.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. C split wide left. And Pitt wants to throw. Got some time. Fires it out to C, and C hangs on. How, I don't know. He was really unjointed just as he caught the ball on a great hit by Reggie Smith for Riverdale. C hangs on for a 4-yard gain. 2nd down 6 for Lebanon.
John, have we had any word lately on the time left in the football game?
Actually, Tom, they are running the clock from the sideline, so we're going with what's up there on the scoreboard now.
Well, that's 6:38 left in this one then, and Lebanon, if they're going to dent the scoreboard in this, they're going to have to get it on in gear. Pitt with the call. Looks. Fires. Trying to get free, and now has to pull it down. Trying to run with it. Gets a yard. No more. 3rd down and 5 for the Blue Devils. Actually, 3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils. And it looks like we've looked at a lot of 3rd and 6s here in the second half.
Well, Riverdale has just sold out against the run, and we have gone to the air quite a bit and made some nice plays in the passing game. But Riverdale just not willing to let us run the football.
Ball at the Lebanon 36. 3rd down 6 for the Blue Devils. C and Zachary both going to the short side of the field. Lebanon moving from your left to right with 5:51 to play. Pitt with a fake fire, and he's got Carson. Carson's got the first down. Catches it at the 30, run out of bounds at the 35, 36-yard line. Elliott Carson, and they're throwing more to the big tight end tonight, and he is picking up some great yardage for them.
Well, the drag route is a good one. We like to run the sweep, and we fake the sweep and come back with Carson going against the grain. Nice pickup, Terry Stafford, by Elliott Carson.
From the 36 up to the 46, 10-yard pickup by Carson and 11 first down.
C coming to the near side now. Carson in tight on the far side. And here is Pitt's call. Pitt looks, swings it out to the near side, had to get rid of it in a hurry. Trying to go out there and hit Todd Tressler, but he had to throw it too quick. There was a good play, and Tressler was open, but Pitt was rushed, didn't have time to throw it that time, just had to fire it in a hurry. Wing and a prayer.
Just a reminder, stay tuned after the football game goes off the air for the FM 99 scoreboard show. Lynn Bogle, Dale Bay will be on the air until 11 o'clock, bringing you all the scores from Friday night action.
Wideouts now left and right. Familiar Lebanon set here that we haven't seen much tonight. Pitt wants to throw. Got Ron C on a curl in, but C can't hold it as he was hit hard by Mitchell just as his football touched his hands. 3rd down 10, Lebanon.
And there we go, Clyde, once again in that 3rd and long situation where Riverdale now could just come with the pressure on the quarterback and realize that we're going to throw the football in a 3rd and 10 situation, just go like crazy for the quarterback and hope that's the best kind of pass defense.
Seeing Zachary to the near side, C split wide. Zachary is in the slot. Pitt will make the call. Pitt looks, comes down the line, got a little time, fires over the head of Zachary, and it'll bring up a 4th down, Blue Devils, and they're going to have to punt it away here with 5.5 minutes to play if that scoreboard clock is correct.
Punt team staying on the sideline apparently as Bob Dillard hollers the play in from the near sideline to his junior quarterback, Damon Pitt. So Lebanon, realizing it's going to take 2 possessions, 2 scores to get back in this football game, going to let it ride right here, 4th down and 10.
All right, the Blue Devils have got to make 10 here. They've had 3 tries at it and didn't get it. Firing to the near side, Ron C. Overthrown down at the 40-yard line, and the ball will go over, and the Lebanon defense really going to have the pressure on now, as Riverdale will have it at the Lebanon 46-yard line.
Well, you figured that it is going to take 2 touchdowns for us to get back in the football game, and if you don't roll the dice there and Riverdale gets the football and runs some clock, you may not have time to make a play later on in the football game.
I think the call was a good one, and C was open, as a matter of fact, and the pass was just a little bit overthrown, and Pitt has been mostly on the money tonight. That one just a little bit too strong. Riverdale 1st and 10 at the Lebanon 46. Locke sets them down with double wideouts, left and right. Pitch back to his tailback, Smith. Smith had a hole, and he lowered his head and ran over a Lebanon defense man that just stood and waited for him instead of coming up to make the tackle. And Smith took him back about 4 yards by just lowering his shoulder and plowing into him, and Smith is going to get up with a sprained ankle from that one.
We were concerned about the status of Gerald Griffin, and apparently Riverdale, as Bob Dillard said in the pregame and during the week, that Riverdale is not just one football player, that Gerald Griffin does not make this football team or break it. He is certainly a key part of it. He has not played tonight, but Riverdale's had their way with us.
Tig entered the tailback spot now with Smith out, and they're going to keep it, and Locke going to look for somebody to go to. Turns it himself. He's at the 35 and knocked down at the 34-yard line as he scrambled back to his 45, hit the 40, the 35 to the 34, and gets the Riverdale 1st down.
My goodness, that kid is so quick. They think the Redskins play. He does a beautiful job of bootlegging, puts the ball on his hip and dances around the corner. We had somebody there in his face. He just tucks it, plows ahead for yardage. Terry, what about Locke running the ball tonight?
Tommy picks up 8 yards on that play and also picks up Riverdale's first down of the second half. 6 carries tonight for Locke, 35 yards.
So the Warriors getting their 1st down of the second half. Lebanon defense has been good, but the offense hadn't been able to get it in gear. Here is the pitch to the big fullback, Martin, and he plows ahead. Lebanon playing it pretty good. It's hard to stop that big guy, less than 2 or 3 yards. But Martin picks up about 3 on the carry, and the tackle was made for Lebanon by Brad Clemens.
Lebanon sending linebackers on the play, stunning in the gaps, trying to get people in there to mess the play up. Looks like timeout has been called on the field. I haven't seen who takes the timeout. I'm assuming that's Lebanon because the referee is facing a Lebanon huddle. Tell you what, we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be back after telling you the score. Lebanon trails Riverdale by a score of 14-0. I'll get it. Lebanon trails Riverdale by a score of 14-0. 3:51 to go in the football game. This game probably is for 3rd place in